Hello and welcome back to F1 2018 THL, and it takes us to Austria here for round 9. So yeah, last time out in France I had a sort of race to forget after a really good start, and yeah, it just went downhill from there really. Once again, yeah, it seems to be the opposite on this game. Last game I was really bad in qualifying and really good in the race, and this game is sort of the other way around, which hasn't actually been helpful at all. And so yeah, and I think this will probably be my last race on the pads in THL. I of course have a race tomorrow in AOR, but yeah, for the THL this will be, because I think we've got the break now, so this will be my last race on the pad. So hoping to make it as good as possible really, because I've used it for the last 2.5 years, and as much as I moan about it, it definitely was fun to use for the 2.5 years, and yeah, I'll have some really good memories of it. So you can see now, whilst I've been blabbing on, we were actually out on the ultra softs instead of the super softs, because you can actually make the one stop work with the ultra softs, and you can see we're actually a few tenths up. I was actually doing some really good laps in qualifying. My pace was really strong, and you can see now I think I did a 105.1, but I think in qualifying I was actually doing some 104.4s, 104.5s, so in time trial. So I had some really good pace going into this, but of course, although I was quite a bit off Wattmaster in the top 3, I probably actually could have got all the way up in the top 3 if I actually put together a really good lap. But once again, Kozia on the super softs, nearly getting pole, and Pixelmeister actually doing really well to get pole position on the ultra soft. So I will have my work cut out if I want to get another, if I want to get a podium this race. But I definitely should be on for top 5 as long as I can keep the strategy together. Of course, no rain there, so it's just going to be a simple one stop. As once again, we're going to try to underfuel the car. But yeah, you can see now we're going to wait for the 5 red lights, 5 lights, and away we go after quite a long wait once again. And once again, we get one of our stupid starts. But this time, I don't think we're actually going to lose any positions. I think Jaeger has already gained a position, but we're actually going to try to defend into the corner. I think the guy behind us had a really bad start, so Jaeger's capitalised. He's also going to try to get me as well, so I'm going to have to go defensive, which isn't actually the ideal scenario, because I want to be putting pressure on the top 3. But I know I actually have some pace in comparison to Jaeger, so hopefully I can actually race him today. As we're going to throw up the inside. We nearly actually tagged Wattmaster there, just trying to get it turned in. So luckily he didn't take him out, because he braked quite early, because of course the guy's ahead of him, and we braked super late. But now we have to try to defend from Jaeger. Once again, we're going to try to brake late to defend, and once again we just have to make sure we don't go into the back of the car heading. But you can see Wattmaster now, he actually caught up behind Kozia. He's actually going to go a bit wide, and we're actually going to get the position for the final corner. And you see Kozia loses the back end as well, and we've got a double overtake in one corner. So I was really happy about that. And in one corner I've gone from 4th to 2nd, and you can see Pixelmeister just a bit up ahead. He's all going to lose the end as well into the wall, and right now this is like my dream scenario. Well, fine, I hate to say it, because unfortunately Pixelmeister's race probably will be ruined, but from 4th to 1st within 3 corners, and I literally thought that all the bad luck I've had in Baku, Monaco, Spain would just be overturned, because right now I'm in the lead with some really strong people. But of course Kozia and Pixelmeister, but it seems to be quite a bit behind right now. We're battling Wattmaster, who's gone deep as well, so we've actually managed to defend for the time being. But I have got quite a bit of Rebel behind me, so this will probably be the battle for the lead, and it's really close right now. So yeah, for the time being I am in the lead, but I wasn't expecting to hold it for too long. So right now it's just about trying to make sure I'm not going to get any penalties, and just try to keep the lead really. But you can see actually Wattmaster lags ahead of us just as we look back, and I don't know what was happening. He was lagging all over the place, and yeah, I just don't know what to say. I looked behind me, and then I realised Wattmaster disappeared. And then I look in front of me, he's there, because I've just had a lag spike. And then he lags back into me, and then it causes a crash. And then there was people lagging everywhere anyway, and I don't know what to say. Talking to people after the race, quite a lot of people were lagging. I'm just glad Wattmaster wasn't really impeded by that incident like I was. But yeah, we had a new host today. What's his name? Cryptox. Unfortunately, wasn't able to turn up today, and I think the new host's internet probably wasn't as good, because we were all experiencing some lag, and it just so happens to be that the one lag spike I've had in the last 6 months so happens to be the lag spike which ruins a potential race win. I mean, Jaeger was probably on the faster strategy, Wattmaster probably was the faster guy, but Kozia and Pixelmeister, as you can see now, we're still ahead of Pixelmeister, as Diego Montero is actually in the wall. Yeah, but Pixelmeister's so far behind. I think I had a top 4 guaranteed. I would have had the likes of Sanyut and Wattmaster, Kozia, and Jaeger to contend with, but I definitely think I could have got a podium out of that. Of course, leading the race, and I I don't know what to say. So we're going to gain a few positions now. It's not over yet, but you can see Kozia is out of the race, and this made me even more angry, because that's the one guy who's been so dominant recently, and he so happens to be the championship rival for P2 right now. And just to think that I could have gained 15-18 points, retaken that P2, and actually got back into the championship fight. I mean, every time I think I'm out of the championship fight in this league, it just gives me an opportunity, which is just then taken away, and you get overtaken by Sky now, who's on the fresher tyres. And I don't even understand. I mean, we had that win in Bahrain because nobody turned up. China was just a joke of a race. I continue with my favourite track. If you get a penalty now, go extremely off-road. I mean, at this point, I was just daydreaming. I knew my race was pretty much ruined. We're going to go up into P6, but I wasn't expecting to get any higher than this, to be honest. Everyone's made their pit stops by now, and I think I'm just going to have to settle with this. But, yeah, I mean, like Baku as well, I bottled a potential race win by just being careless. Spain was just a joke. It's not one of my favourite tracks. Monaco, I probably even could have got top 5, considering, because nobody really finished. But you can see now we're going to go into the pits. We were in P5 momentarily, but we're going to have to pit now because we can't stretch these tyres to the end. I mean, I sort of just came into the pits as soon as I got damage, and they so happened to not put me on the tyres I wanted to be put on. So I had to now serve my 5-second stop, bro. And yeah, you can see I'm probably going to come out P8, maybe even P9. Depends if Ewan, yeah, Ewan is actually going to get me. So yeah, very disappointing. I'm probably only going to get P8, P7 out of this, if that, at this rate. And I was really annoyed because I thought I could actually get a podium in that race. I had a perfect start, really. I mean, it's really rare. I mean, didn't lose anything off the start. Defended well against Jaeger. Got 3 positions really quickly as Ewan now goes into pits. We're up into P8, but yeah, it's just every time this league has to be a lifeline as we kind of cut again. I mean, this was becoming an issue because I just wasn't focusing at this point. I made a few mistakes as well. I was actually on the back of Marcus's. I actually made a mistake at the hairpin, costing me about 10 seconds or so after I spun. So yeah, I was just making mistake after mistake, and we're going to cross the line P7. I probably could have got P5 if I focused for the rest of the race, but just after that incident, I was really down, to be honest. I already thought I could make something out of this race, and you can see I actually finished P9 in the end, even so I had a 10-15 second gap behind me. I got 15 seconds of penalties because I was basically daydreaming, and it so happened to be that the 2 guys behind me got no penalties at all, even when Wattmaster, who's been notorious for getting no penalties, gets 12 seconds of penalties. So you can see the top 3, Jaeger, Wattmaster and Sanyuts. With Wattmaster's amalgam penalties, I actually think I could have slipped in P2 there. I could have even given Jaeger a month for his money, so that's really disappointing on my half. Sanyuts gets another podium, so elevates him up a few positions. But you can see, in the grand scheme of things, Jaeger is looking pretty untouchable now. Even so, I know Kozia has a lot of pace, so should be hunting him down quite quickly. Yeah, I'm just defending P3 at this point from Ventrox, who's right behind me. I've got a bit of a gap to P5, but as you've seen, I mean, I had such a big gap to P3, and it's just evaporated. And if I keep failing to finish, then it's just going to get worse. Yeah, once again, I just haven't really had a good race this season. It just seems like luck's against me. So hopefully after the break I can come back stronger. But this is going to be it for the time being. We still lead as Ferrari, but I can't really say that's my doing. Jaeger's sort of carrying me there. And yeah, Red Bull and McLaren are fighting over P2. But that's going to be it for this time. See you after the break.